What's up YouTube? My name is Brian McGrew, and today we're going to talk about a drill that's going to really help you with your ball striking. So let's get going. One thing that a lot of players struggle with, at one point in their career or another, is hitting the ball fat. Struggling to hit the ball solid because you're hitting the ground before you get to the ball. Now for different players, this happens for different reasons. For the higher handicappers or beginners, a lot of times that's because in the sequencing of the downswing, the arms and wrists kind of go first and the body isn't really working like it should. So you get down to impact and maybe it looks like you're stood up, but your hips and shoulders are going to be really, really square versus having the hips, a decent amount open and having the shoulders either square to slightly open. For better players, single to mid-digit handicappers, a lot of times this will start to happen because, they're hitting a fade and in an effort to hit a draw, they start to change how their body is working. So what you'll typically see is the right shoulder, as they start the downswing, will start to kind of dip back like this. And what that does is it just moves where the club is going to strike the ground to behind the ball instead of in front of the golf ball. So this is where this drill comes in. This drill is very simply named ball forward drill. And what you're going to do is do just that. You're going to put the ball at the front of your stance, just in front of where a driver would go, except now we're going to be using an iron. I typically use something like a 7 or 8 iron, and I'm not going to take a full swing most of the time. If you want to work into the full swing, you can certainly do that, but I always like to start off with a smaller swing. And anyway, you're going to put the ball forward, and from here you're going to work on using your body and rotating your body. Again, it's just going to look like you're trying to open your hips and chest to face the target. So you start facing in that direction a lot quicker than maybe you usually do. For those better players, you might feel that your shoulders, instead of working more vertical like this, are going to work more around, and your right shoulder is just going to work a little bit more level instead of dipping back to your right foot. So ball position is going to go forward, and from here, again, you're just going to take it maybe half to 3/4 of the way up, and then from there, you're just going to rotate through and try to hit the ball solid. And if you can do that, if you can hit the ball solid with it forward, then it's not going to be much of an issue when you put it back to the middle of your stance when you're taking a regular swing. So again, ball position is going to go forward. From here, I'm going to take a half to 3/4 backswing, and then from there, I'm going to rotate through, just trying to hit the ball solid. And it's going to look something like that. This is, again, a really, really good drill if you're having trouble hitting the ball solid. Just put that thing forward. Start with maybe 10 or 15 swings. Once you get a feel for that, then try to move it back in your stance again and just try to, again, feel that same thing that you felt when you had the golf ball forward. I've had better players where, this almost instantly fixes the issue because as soon as you put the ball position more forward, they realize they have to do something different to hit the ball solid, okay? And even if this doesn't give you exactly the draw that you're looking for or whatever shot shape that you happen to be looking for, just remember it's a lot easier to play a certain shot shape. It's a lot harder to play a ball that's fat. So take that to the course, to the range, work on that, and start hitting the ball better.